Hello friends, you are welcome to Pattern Drafting with Lina. I am Lina, the CEO of Lina Designer Fashion Academy here in Abuja. So tonight I will be taking you on the journey on how to draft a basic body block. Yes, basic body block. I actually have two ways of drafting this basic block. I have the one we use for our best book and the one we use for our corporate dress. For tonight, we'll be drafting the one for our best book. Yes, and then before we continue, I would like to advise you to watch our previous video. It's actually on how to take an accurate body measurement in case you don't know how to take your client's accurate body measurement, or you find it difficult to identify some of our body points. So that video is actually for you. So if you are new on this channel, please like, subscribe, and share with your families and friends, and also don't forget to hit on the notification bell so that anytime I post any video here, you will be the first to be notified. So with that being said, let's proceed. So you can see something on my hand, this white paper. Yes, this is what I will be using in drafting, and I will be working with this body measurement. I hope you can see clearly. And I'll be making use of centimeter and not inches. Yes, centimeter. Yes, I draft with centimeter. Not as if the inches part is not okay. It's very okay, but I prefer using centimeter. And according to the kind of pattern drafting I will be doing tonight, from Natalie Bray, she teaches us how to use centimeter. You can see this table. Like I said, the boss I'll be working with is boss 108. So I will go over to this table. You can see it is written there, table of average measurement and proportion. Yes, I will pick my measurement here, which is 108, and I will move to this second table to pick everything under that 108, and I will be working with it. So with that being said, kindly watch till the end if you would like to learn about this method. Yes, because some of us don't actually know. We use to draft bodies block. The one for corporates is the one we are using for our best book. I don't know, it actually was, but I prefer doing it separate. When I'm working for best book, I would like to use this particular method that I will be drafting. So what we'll be needing for tonight's class is I will be needing a pattern master, a straight ruler, armhole curve, a pencil, a marker, our pattern paper can either be white or brown. But tonight I'll be making use of brown. So let's continue. So let's start our drafting. So the first thing we'll be doing is to take our point O. Yes, our top line, top line. Yes, our top line is our starting point. So from our top, we'll be taking our 2 cm top line. You can take actually 2 or 3 cm, but I'll be working with 2 cm. So hope you can see me. I'd like to take my 2 cm top line this way, all the way to the front. Yes, all the way to the front. So, and I'll be ruling now, if you can see me. Please, I'm also on Facebook as Lina Designer Fashion Academy. Yes, I have page and I have group. You can join me. You can like my page. You can join my group. It's actually for free. So we have taken our top line. The next thing we'll be doing is to take our zipper line. Our zipper line also 2 cm this way, because this side that is facing me will be our center back and the other side will be our center front. This method I'm using is a bit hard, not too hard, but some people say it's hard. To me, it's not hard, maybe because I'm already used to it. So let's roll our zipper line this way. Let's roll it all the way. Let's roll it all the way. So taking our zipper line, so the next thing will be to go to our proportional table to check the point O we are working with, and the point O for 108 is 4 cm. 4 cm. In case you don't know the paper that I'm using or what is for, yes, it's actually from Natalie Bray textbook. Yes, actually from Natalie Bray textbook, and you get it there. So I've taken our point O. I will not be extending it to front. Label it our point O. If you have Natalie Bray textbook, you will see there. So the next thing after putting our point O will be to put our shoulder line. Our shoulder line is not actually here, but the shoulder line is 3 cm. Whether you are working for boss 100, boss 80, whatever boss you are working with, the shoulder line is 3 cm, so it's standard. The 3 cm is standard for everybody measurements. Yes, so the same way I won't be taking the shoulder line to the front, because our shoulder line is not, for back is not the same thing with the front. So I've taken the point O, I've taken the shoulder line. So the next thing will be our bust line. Yes, our bust line. And the bust line we are working with is also from this proportional table, as you can see, 23.5. That is the bust line we are working with. So we are starting from our point O to take this 23.5. So excuse me, hope you can see 23.5. So you can see that our point O did not extend to front. So to actually extend it, this bust line to front, we need to start from our top line and check what we have. And we have 27.5. Yes, from our top line to our bust line at the back, we have 27.5. So let's put it down at the front so that we'll be able to connect everything now. So if you want to learn this method, or you know this method but have some question to ask about it, I would advise you to watch till the end so that you will see if you can find your answer from this video. So the next one will be to put our nape to waistline. Yes, our nape to waistline. The nape to waist we are working with is 42 cm. So from our top line again, we'll be putting 42 cm, and we'll also be extending it to the front. 42 cm. Yes, 42 cm. The nape to waist is actually what some people know as their half length. Yes, or in case you don't know how to take that measurement, I said our very first episode of this class is actually for you if you don't know how to take some of these measurements. So now I will need to extend it to front. Let me see what we have. We have 19 from our bust line. We have 19, so let's put it down. So let's connect everything this way. That's our nape to waistline. And see, so this is our nape to waist line. So the next thing will be to put our hip depth. Yes, the hip depth we are working with is 30 cm. On 30 cm, we will be starting from our nape to waistline to put this 30 cm that we'll have. So it's the 30 cm this way. This body, this block we are drafting is actually the one we'll be modifying to do our corset, our bustier, our anything, even our shoulder, anything that has to do with under bust shaping. So I will go ahead and connect everything this way. Hope you can see me. Sorry, I'm using marker. It's just for tutorial purpose. Okay, this is our hip depth. Yes, hip depth. So now you can see the next thing we'll be doing now is to get our across back line. We are working with the back, center back, and that is center front. The next thing we'll do is to get our across back line. To get our across back line, we need to check the measurement we have from our point O to our bust line, which is 23.5. We need to divide it into 2. When you divide it into 2, you mark anywhere it falls. So our 23.5, we need to divide it. You can see the way I'm dividing it. So this is where I have it. I'll put it where I have it now. Can you see? So I need to rule it and label it across back. So the next thing will be to get our armhole construction line, and to get our armhole construction line, we need to go in through our center back. On our bust line, our cross back line, and on our shoulder line, we need to go in with half measurements of our across back. And the across back we are working with is 44, which means the half of it is 22 cm. So on our bust line, I will be putting 22 cm. On our across back line, I will be putting 22 cm. On our shoulder line, I will be putting 22 cm. Then I will connect the three line. This is our armhole construction line. Then the next will be to put our neck width for back. Yes, our neck width. And the neck width is also from our proportional table. The neck width we'll be working with is 8 cm. I hope you can see it, 8 cm. So through our center back again, on our point O line, we'll be putting this 8 cm. And when we mark where we have the 8 cm, we will go up from there by 2 cm. It's also standard. 2 cm, then you mark. When you mark, you curve this way, the neck. Yes, you give the neck the shape. So on our shoulder line, from that our armhole construction line, we'll go out by 2 cm. We'll move out, we'll move away by 2 cm. Then on our cross back line, from that our armhole construction line, we'll move down 3 cm. Then on our bust line, from the armhole construction line, we'll be putting the back up. The back up is also from this table, and the back up is 7 cm. So we'll be putting the 7 cm this way. Hope you can see it. Putting the 7 cm this way. Now we'll connect our shoulder slope. Hope you can see it. Then on this our bust line, we need to take 3 cm at angle 45. That is to enable our armhole not to be too high and not to be too low. So we'll be taking angle 45. We'll be taking 3 cm at angle 45. So we'll be taking it this way our 45 is facing. To mark, what we just need is just 3 cm to enable our armhole not to be too high and also not to be too low. Hope you can see. Now we've gotten all our points, so we need to connect our armhole. So we'll connect this way and also this way. Our armhole is set. I hope you can see it very well. Our armhole is, how beautiful our armhole is looking. So now we'll be going down to our bust line, our hip line, sorry. We'll be going down to our hip line to apply quarter of the hip measurements we are working with, plus 1.5 cm as is. And the hip measurements we are working with is 130. So 130 divided by 4 will give us 32.5. Then when we add 1.5, which will be the ease, it will give us 34, which means from our center back, we'll be putting 34 cm on our hip line. We've done that, so we need to connect from our hip up to our bust. From our hip line up to our bust line, which will now give us something like this. You can see it's not looking straight. Yes, to give you something this way. Now this is our back. We need to move to our front. Now we move to our front. Also, we'll start with our point O. The point O we'll be using for this bodice again is also 4 cm. Yes, I did not extend the 4 cm for the back because I wanted to explain something. For some bodies is not actually that way, because your point O for back increases according to your bust measurement, and for the front it decreases according to your bust measurement. That means the higher your bust, the lower point O for front. But for this person I'm drafting for this body measurement, I'll be using the same point O, and that point O for front now serves as our front shoulder line. Yes, that is actually where our shoulder line will be sitting. So we've done that. The next will be to impute our neck width. Yes, our neck width, remember we use it for the back, is 8 cm. It will also serve as our neck depth and our neck width for front. So we'll be taking it this way. as our neck depth, 8 cm, 8 cm, and we also take it as the width. This is it, taking 8 cm, take it this way. You can see this is our neck depth and neck width for front. So let's curve our, give it that neck curve. Hope you can see it this way. So the next thing will be to go in from our center front. This is our center front. To go in from our center front on this our shoulder line, which is our 0.0 for front, to go in with 16.5 cm. This 16.5 cm is not standard. Yes, I've come across some balls that are wider, and 16.5 will not actually work. I have to use 18 or 21 cm. So 16.5 is not standard. So when you get it, you mark it. When you mark there, you take your shoulder slope. No measurement. Actually, you can take as long as 22 cm or more. This way, can you see? And that 16.5 is actually to enable our shoulder slope not to be too low and also not to be too high. Now we are going to our bust line. We want to get our cross chest line. Our cross chest line, we are going to move up from our bust line by 4 cm. Remember, for back we divided from our 0.0 to our bust line. For front is not like that. 4 cm from your, move away from your bust line up by 4 cm is standard to get your across chest line. And you get your mark it this way, you label it across chest. Yes. And now we need to get our true bust line. There's something they call true bust line. We'll be moving down again from our bust line by 4 cm to get our true bust line. Yes, our true bust line. So when we get it again, we connect everything and label true bust line. Yes. So now on our bust line, through the center front, we'll be putting the quarter measurement of our across chest, and the across chest we are working with is 42 cm. So we need to get the quarter of that 42, which will give us 10.5 cm. So on our bust line, through our center front, we'll be putting 10.5. So when we get to the 10.5, from the 10.5 again, we'll move down 2 cm to label it our point X. That is our point X. Point X, you do it this way, our point X. Now we'll go back to our shoulder slope and take 2 cm. This 2 cm is that standard. We take 2 cm is standard. When you take the 2 cm, you take it down to that your point X on a broken line. This way, take it down this way on the broken line. Take it down this way on the broken line. Yes. Then again, you take another 2 cm. It's also standard. All this one is to tighten our neck. So you take this one on a straight line. Then the next one will now be to impute the dart we derive from this proportional to 1. For this person, the dart is 9.5. So we'll be taking 9.5. This is where we have the 9.5. All this one is to tighten our across chest. This is that. We call it that. For this person is 9.5. This is 2 cm. 2 cm. So now the next thing will now be from that our dart to input our shoulder measurement, and the shoulder measurement we are working with is 15 cm. From there we are taking our 15 cm. This is where we have our 15 cm. So we'll leave it there. Now back to our across chest line. We will put down half measurement of our across chest, and the across chest we are working with is 42. So 42 divided by 2 is 21. So through this our center front, we'll be putting 21 on our cross chest, and also we'll be putting that 21 back to our bust line. Then again, because when we are cutting, we will be folding all these darts. we'll be folding it, and when we fold it, it will affect this our 21 that we have put. So therefore we will need to take the measurement of what we have in between this place. I hope you can see it in between the first dart leg and the second dart leg. So for this one I have 2.5. The 2.5 I will be returning it back to my cross chest and also to my bust line, so that when I fold this place I will not be short of that across chest measurement. Again, this last that leg, again I need to check what I have there. I have 1 cm. I will put it back to only the center across bust, only the bust line. Sorry, I'll be putting it on the bust line. Sorry, if you find it difficult to do, I will advise you on your bust line, on your across bust line, just put half of your across bust plus 2 cm, then put half of your across bust plus 2.5 on your bust line. It will be easy that way. So you can see I've connected this way. Now I hope you can see me. I've connected. Now I need to bring down my shoulder tip down to my cross chest line. I hope you can see it very well. Bring down my shoulder tip. Now I need to get from my shoulder tip to my cross chest line. I have 16 cm. I need to get the midpoint, which will give me 8 cm. From that 8 cm, I will move away by 1 cm. That is to enable my armhole not to be too curvy, not to go inside, not to be too deep, or not to be somehow sharp, just to make it okay. So I'll use my armhole curve. I hope you can see it. Now this is where it gets a little bit difficult to put down our bust measurement on our front bodies. We will not be taking the measurement of what we have from our center back to side back. No, we'll be doing it this way. Just pay attention. For those of you that ran away from mathematics when you were in school, it is way. So we'll be doing our bust divided by 2 plus 5 cm, then minus back pattern. I hope you understand, which means the bust we are working with is 108. We'll be dividing 108 by 2, which will give us 54. Now this 54 will be adding 5 cm, which will now take us back to 59. Then the 59, we need to take the measurement of what we have from our center back to our side back, which is 29.6. 29.6. Now from this 59, we'll be taking out this 29.6 minus 29.6. We'll have 29.4. 29.4. Let me take it again. 108 divided by 2 plus 5 minus 29.6 to give us 29.4. Yes. So from our center front on our bust line, that is what we'll be putting, 29.4 this way. Hope you can see it. 29.4. This is where we'll have our 29.4 now. So again, on this our bust line, we need to take our angle 45. Again, we need 2 cm only, so that our armhole will not be too deep and it will not be too high. And you know that our front armhole is always lower than the back armhole, so we'll be taking our 2 cm this way. Now let's mark the 2 cm. This is where we'll have our 2 cm, and that is just to connect from our cross chest. Connect it this way, whichever way you find easy, and that is our armhole for front. Again, if you remember, for the hip line, that when we divided our hip by 4, we added 1.5, it gives us 34. That is exactly the 34 again that we'll be putting down for this person. Wow, this person is quite big. It's entering the other body. It's no problem. Find my way. So now ignore the way this thing is crossing, because the hip measurement is wide. It's not supposed to intersect though. So this is our front, and this is our back. So this is our basic body. So the next thing we'll be doing is to do our contour. Yes, we need to contour our neck, so to avoid gaping, to avoid our neck line gaping. So you can decide to do 50% of your dart, or you do lesser than that. I will advise you do 50%. So when we say we want to do 50%, our dart is 9.5. When we want to do the 50%, we have 4.75. So I will actually use 5 cm for this person. I will contour with 5. I will contour with 5 cm. So contour. I contour with 5 cm. Hope you can see it. So the next thing will be to do our waist shaping. Yes, our bust is accurate now, our hip is accurate, but our waist is not accurate. So we need to do our waist shaping. And to do our waist shaping, yes, we need to do first our back tightening. We need to tighten our back.